stand up, and row.
Randy Bragg is no stranger to rugged workouts.
Nice, chest up.
As a former golfer, he's always been in really good shape.
All right, Randy, so we're gonna start off with a 6-mile-an-hour jog.
So when he started feeling ill about 7 years ago, he didn't think it was anything serious.
They checked me in and did all this different tests, and they said, well, okay, you're going to be here for a while. We're going to do some testings on you.
The test revealed Randy had cardiomyopathy, or an enlarged heart.
So to this day, they don't know how I got. It could have been viral. They have no idea.
Randy got by pretty well for about 4 years by taking medications. Eventually, his condition worsened and turned into atrial fibrillation and eventually congestive heart failure. Doctors inserted a pacemaker, but Randy's health continued to decline.
I had to sleep sitting up because if you lay down, congestive heart failure is fluid building up in your lungs, and when your lungs get filled up, you can't breathe. So that's when I knew I had issues.
Randy needed a heart transplant. Finding a heart is a tall order in itself, but Randy has O-negative blood, a blood type that's shared by only 7% of the population, so finding a heart would be even more difficult. Fortunately, a heart came through in just 6 months.
So when I did get the call, I was ecstatic.
But something went wrong. Doctors couldn't get Randy's new heart to start, and after several hours of trying, they had to go out to his family in the waiting room and tell them that Randy was on bypass and would not live unless miraculously another heart came through immediately. To everyone's surprise, several hours later, the team got a phone call that there was a matching heart for Randy in Tennessee. They flew up to Tennessee, all while Randy was still on the operating table, brought the heart back to Florida, put it in him, and it started right up. He had been on bypass for more than 18 hours.
My parents were on a roller coaster ride. You know, he's alive, he's not going to be alive. Luckily, I was under, so I didn't have the issue.
While he was under, Randy needed 29 units of blood to sustain life.
You can get a heart, but without the blood, you're not doing very well. So I think the blood is probably the most important part of the whole process.
Randy is what's considered to be a universal donor. That means his blood can go to anyone, but it also means that he can only receive O-negative blood.
I was a very blessed man, to say the least. Yes, and with having 29 units of blood in those 12 hours of O-negative, and I wish I could find the people that donated that particular type of blood, because I definitely would not be here because of the rare blood type that I have. So yeah, I'm very gracious.
Randy admits before this happened, he never thought about donating blood. But once doctors gave him the all clear, he rolled up his sleeve at Florida's blood centers.
There's no excuse, really, not to give blood.
Today, Randy is doing well. He still wears a pacemaker and gets biopsies once a year. But he works out 5 days a week at the RDV Sportsplex and lives a fairly normal life.
It's incredible. It's like, I don't remember when I was 1 year old, but yeah, from crawling to standing and walking, it's probably that same concept. But it was amazing how a new heart can affect you in so many ways. Spiritually, mentally, physically. It's a gift. It really is.
Randy hopes by donating blood, he's able to give life to other patients the way donors gave life to him. I'm Nancy Gay reporting.